Well, this is JC one more time. I have another little short story to tell here. I'm really sorry my good friend Francois can't be to hear this one, but c'est la vie. Anyhow, this is a story that comes from Jim's journal. It's a story that I write down about my life as a child and as a young man growing up. I think I'm about up to age 35 or 36 now. I doubt if it'll ever get written, but hey, what the hey, I go on anyhow. Now, this story is going to be told by Chico the Wonder Dog, and I'll bring it up. It's written down, and so I'll have to read it off so I don't ramble, as I'm beginning to do already here. Um, it's called Floyd the Tall Skinny Stepbrother, and I'll begin now. This is Chico the Wonder Dog speaking. I just heard from Donna's teddy bear again. What a pest he is sometimes, but I guess I owe him a favor. He still can't get past Donna Lee on a time and a place, his blog, their blog. So he asked me, he thought to me, that is, to post this piece of tripe for him. So here goes, snort. Chapter 3, School Days. Mother took me to register for the first grade in the autumn of 1940. The school officials said I had to be 5 years old to start. So Mother took me back in January of 1941 and enrolled me in the first grade, midterm. I finished the first grade that year, and I advanced to the second grade when I was still 5 years old. That was in Galen Clark School in Merced, California. The following year, just before school started, Mother took me to the school cafeteria to get my shots. I don't remember what the shot was for, but I know it must have been terrible because every kid there was whimpering or crying out loud in anticipation of the shot. Mom and I got in line, and I didn't have enough sense to be scared. So I just went along with the line until I reached the nurse who was giving the shots. She smiled at me and told me to roll up my sleeve, and I did. She gave me the shot, and it stung a little, but I didn't flinch or cry. She looked at my mother and said, "My, what a brave little man." My mom looked at me and smiled and said, "Yes, he is." She was so proud of her baby boy. Now, Floyd Bew, who would later become my stepbrother, also went to Galen Clark School in Merced. Floyd had a high, squeaky voice, and although he was a tall boy for his age, and as physical as he should be for his height, he was very timid and afraid of just about anyone who wanted to terrorize him. There were a lot of Mexicans enrolled in school, and three of them liked to wait for Floyd and pick on him as he walked home from school. The last time, they made him cry, and he told them his brother was going to start school soon, and they had better watch out. He was talking about me, of course. I started a while later, and sure enough, on the way home that first day, the Mexican kids were waiting for him. Floyd was taller than I was, but I was fatter than he was. It made me seem bigger. Floyd told me ahead of time about the boys, and we were ready for them. When they approached us, one of them said, "Is that your brother?" And Floyd said, "It was, and he's tough." The boy walked over to me and asked how tough I was, and I punched him in the mouth. And he started running away from us, and the other two followed him, and they never bothered us again. Well, Floyd and I spent a lot of time together, and we never bothered anyone. And after that incident, no one bothered us again. I vaguely remember a water tower we climbed. I don't remember what we did on it. I think we just looked around. Maybe we peed off of the water tower onto the ground. I don't know. I thought up most of the things Floyd and I did together, and he usually just went along with them. I was the instigator, but he was pretty game about agreeing to do whatever it was that my mind conjured up. Okay, there's an asterisk. The teddy bear wanted me to add this too, so here it is. This is a little sadder. The following is something that happened which, for whatever reason, has stuck in my mind as one of the most disappointing things I can ever remember happening to me as a child. This and the Santa Claus scenario of when I was 7 years old that I told about earlier. The carnival was in town, and it was the first carnival I can ever remember. I was very excited about going. I thought about it all the day I was supposed to go. I went to school that day, and my mother told me to wait at the gate on a certain side of the schoolyard after school was out. Well, I waited at the wrong gate, and when they didn't find me at the right gate, they went on to the carnival without me. I waited until almost dark, then I went home. There was nobody there, and I didn't know where the carnival was, so I didn't get to go. It left town the next day, and all anyone could say to me was, "You should have been at the right gate." Sure. Thanks a hell of a lot. I hated everybody for a long time after that, for not looking for me at least. Sometimes I feel like I still do. Yeah, it's strange, but who knows how the mind works and what lurks in the deep, dark recesses of our mind. Thoughts, rememberings, and things that just sit there sometimes for years and years, for ages, eons, it seems like, until the right time when they decide to come out and make themselves known to you once again as a memory, maybe a pleasant memory, or maybe a memory like this, one that isn't pleasant and one that probably should be forgotten, if that's possible. I don't think it is. Anyhow, ARF, this is Chico the Wonder Dog saying thank you for me and thank you for JC.